So guys, let's start with the elephant in the room. It's the Angels. Yeah, two very bad news stories. And the first is regarding Mike Trout. Now, Angels GM Perry Minasian said after just one game back from the injured list with a hamate fracture in his left hand, Mike Trout will be put back on the shelf. Now, Trout suffered this injury on July the 3rd, and then he got the hamate bone removed just 2 days later. So he, in total, missed about 38 games or 7 weeks. Now, Minasian said that he believes that Trout's return was too soon. He believes that, Trout returned way too soon, and that's the reason why this injury flared up once again. But to me, that's a load of bull, really. I mean, because it was originally said when he suffered the injury, it would take about 4 to 8 weeks to heal. And he returned in 7. I mean, it wasn't like, he was only out 2 weeks and he came back lickety-split because, he wanted to. The Angels desperately need him, in their lineup or anything. It wasn't like he came back, prematurely, I'd say. I mean, okay, 1 week, what's an extra 7 days gonna do? I don't like that kind of excuse from the Angels GM and Minasian. It's kind of on them in a way because, again, if Perry Minasian truly felt that he came back too early, well, why'd you give him the green light to come back in the first place? Like, come on, Perry, what are you doing here? And don't tell me, well, Mike Trout really wanted to, and it was up to him, and he felt confident in it. Of course he did, but he's your $500+ million investment. Okay, you have the right as an organization to say, hold up. Wait a minute, some may write, wait an extra 7 to 10 days, whatever it may be. The Angels should have had the balls to say that to him, and they didn't, and this is what has transpired as a result. Now, problem number 2 for Anaheim is Shohei Ohtani, because he tore his UCL yesterday during Game 1 of a doubleheader versus Cincinnati. The second time that Ohtani has suffered a torn UCL. He had that same injury back in 2018, and it forced him to have Tommy John surgery, and that kept him off the bump until 2019. Or, excuse me, 2020, my apologies. However, in this situation, LA is still waiting for a second opinion to see whether or not he truly needs Tommy John. But regardless of whether he needs it or not, this injury, these two injuries really, squashes any hopes that the Angels might have possibly could have had of a playoff appearance here in 2023. So, and yeah, everyone could say, well, they should have traded him when they had the chance. Now he's injured. Now the Angels really shot themselves in the foot with this one. Yeah, you can say that, whatever, but people who say that, they're living in the past, okay? You can't change it. It happened. They didn't make the move. Ohtani's not pitching this season. Had a great season on the bump. I do believe he can still hit, which is quite amazing to me. But what this injury does change is Shohei Ohtani's free agent value. If he can't pitch come next season, this takes him from a potential $500 million player to a $330 million player. I mean, that's quite a hefty discount. And now that's unfortunate for his value, but what that also kind of does is that I think it opens up the opportunity for more teams that we haven't even thought of to be in the Shohei Ohtani sweepstakes come this offseason. Teams like the Angels, again, crazy enough, I think the Angels will be in play for Shohei Ohtani. I think a team like the Tigers could be in play for Shohei. They have a history of big spending when they need to. I mean, if they see a guy who they believe can help them win and win now, they'll go out there, they'll spend the money. A team like the Astros would be in play. I think a team like the Rangers have a better chance of getting Shohei Ohtani now. I think the Orioles also are in play. That adds another 3 to 4 organizations that are now in play for him due to this injury. Now, Steven Strasburg is planning to retire from baseball. Yeah, the 2019 World Series MVP with the Nationals is stepping away from the game, according to the Washington Post. The Nats have a press conference scheduled for September the 9th. Strasburg has not pitched in the Major League since June 9th, 2022, when he made his only appearance of that season for Washington. And he underwent surgery for thoracic outlet syndrome in 2021, and he has not been able to make a full return from that procedure. Now, Strasburg signed a 7-year, $245 million deal right after that World Series championship with the Nationals, breaking the record for the highest value contract for a starting pitcher at that time. Since putting pen to paper, Strasburg has only pitched 31 1/3 innings for the Nationals. I mean, he has been MIA for the longest time, unfortunately. That's a lot of money down the drain for the Nationals. Now, I don't know if he's going to get paid out. I don't know if they're going to defer it like they did for Max Scherzer. I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting because, I mean, baseball contracts are guaranteed. And I guarantee you that contract was guaranteed. So he's going to get the money regardless. It'll just be interesting if they're going to pay him out like year by year, whatever he was projected to get, 30 million, 32 million, 28 million per year. I think he's on the books until 2026 or 2025 or something. It's crazy. Now, like the Angels, the Yankees season is seemingly over, right? However, their superstar Aaron Judge did not disappoint yesterday because last night the Yankees pounded the Nationals as they put up 9 runs. And Judge was responsible for 6 of those 9 runs, as he hit 3 home runs in Game 2 of the series versus Washington. Now, to summarize, Judge hit a home run in the first, a grand slam in the second, and a solo shot in the 7th. New York would win 9-1. Now, Judge has continued his homer pace as he hit another bomb today. That was a solo shot in the first inning to put the Yankees on the board 1-0 early. Now, as of right now, the Yankees are currently losing this one 5-3. It's the bottom of the 8th inning. Now, despite, Judge hitting another home run today, it looks like the Yankees will rack up another L for their season. So, looks like they will fall to a record of 61-66. And that's all I got. Please like, please comment, and subscribe. Now, check out my vlog from Wrigley Field. Had a fun time there with my buddy Hayden from Mets Talk with Hayden. I'd appreciate a link. It's right here on the screen. And as always, I will catch you guys later.